Hey guys, Finn here from Finn Strength Academy, and I'm here to give you straight answers on all of your fitness questions. So today we're going to be talking about, the basic question I'm going to be answering today is, what is the best way to lose fat? Now, I'm sure everyone's tried tons of different diets, right? You got the intermittent fasting, ketogenic diet, Atkins diet. It goes on and on and on. There are so many new diets popping up, and they're all fads, really. Each of these things, they come and go constantly. We're going to see a ton more of them as the years go by. It's like a new one pops up every month practically, right? And it's one of those, well, which one do I use to lose fat, right? What is the best way for me to lose fat? And the simple answer is, it depends. Right? It's a little different for everybody. Everyone's going to lose fat differently. Some people have very fast and high metabolism. They'll burn fat like nothing, right? But the side effect is they don't gain weight easily, right? So for them, you could be like, yeah, I'm just going to eat, like one like less meal, a couple servings under from what I normally eat, and I lose, 4 pounds in a month, right? Some people are like that. Others are a little bit different, right? They have a slower metabolism, or their body type just doesn't support that type of setup. So they don't lose it. Maybe they, drop a couple hundred calories, they lose a pound or two, and then they stop. Then they try to drop another couple hundred and lose a couple pounds, and they stop, right? And it's the way it goes. It goes back and forth, and it's just a total mess. So instead of following all these fads and constantly this weird yo-yo thing of trying to figure out where do I go, what do I do, how does this work, what's the best way for me to lose fat, all right, I'm just going to give you a couple tips to work for you, right? These are just basic scientifically proven things that are going to help you the most. Now, the first thing that you're going to want to do is you're going to want to make sure that you're exercising, right? Now, what type of exercise should you do? Again, it's going to depend on kind of where you're at in your system, right? You want to have good high quality muscles. You want to be doing some form of resistance training, whether that's calisthenics training, weight training, any type of thing that's going to help you build muscle. The more muscle you have, the higher your metabolic rate, and the more you're going to be able to burn, right? That's the way it goes. So your basal metabolic rate, that's what you are at rest, will naturally be higher the more muscle you have, right? So you'll be able to eat more, you'll be able to burn more, and it's going to shed that fat faster. Now the second thing you're going to want to do is you want to make sure that you're doing some type of cardio training as well, right? That's still within that exercise bubble that we're working with here. Now, when I say cardio training, I don't mean you're going to go for an hour-long run, right? It's not going to be slow, long, boring cardio. You want to work high-intensity interval training. All right, now the intensity of the training is going to be different a little bit for everybody. One of my preferred methods is a Tabata-style training, which is usually 20 seconds on, 10 seconds off, or you can expand it out. I've expanded it up to 45 seconds on, 15 off, or even a 50-10 cycle. You pick which way works for you based upon your fitness level and the exercise that you're using, and then go. It doesn't even have to be very long. It can be anywhere from 10 to 20 minutes, right? Studies have shown for tons of studies, for quite a few years now, that high-intensity interval training will help you burn more fat, and it does take less time to do it. And I don't know about you, but the long, boring, let's run on a treadmill for an hour type of thing, I can't do it. It just drives me nuts. I end up, counting my steps and other things, and it just ends up going, mentally it just doesn't work for me. So high-intensity interval training, having it be shorter and having me get it done quickly. Also, you don't need to do it a tremendous amount of time. 2-3 days a week max is all that you need. So you don't need to spend a ton of time working on this at all. Now our next piece is food, right? Nutrition, right? What are you eating that's going to help with that? Well, obviously, there's a couple guidelines that you want to stick to. The first one is always drink water. Lots and lots of water. Now, how much water should you drink? The old, 8 ounces, 8 glasses thing, it's great guideline, but it doesn't always work for everybody, right? Because everyone's a little different depending on size and things like that. So here's the best way to figure it out. Take your body weight, divide it by 2, so you cut it in half, and that's how many ounces you should be drinking per day at the minimum, right? So if you weigh, say, 150 pounds, you should be drinking a minimum of 75 ounces of water a day. It's not that bad, pretty easy to figure out. Now, should you be drinking more? Of course, right? If you can drink more, great, but that's the minimum you want to have. All right, I actually have this big metal cylinder that I bring. It's a nice little water bottle, vacuum sealed, so it keeps everything cold. It's about 40 ounces. You pick anything like that up at Amazon very, very easily. It doesn't cost much at all. All right, I think it was like 15 bucks, something like that, and I carry it with me everywhere. 40 ounces, I know if I at least have 2 of those, I have reached my daily limited, or my minimum daily intake for water for that day. All right, so I recommend you pick one of those up and drink water, not juice, not soda, not alcohol. Just cut all that out and drink water only. With fat losses, you want to eliminate sugar. Yes, sugar is the big one. That's all types of sugar or sweeteners or anything, any kind of artificial sweeteners, simple carbs, things you'd find in breads and pastas, things like that. Now, I'm not saying you can't eat bread. It's just the type of bread that you're eating, right? Same thing with pastas. If it's white, it's bleached, they add and fortify stuff into it, it's going to be a simple type of carb, which is basically like a sugar. Your blood pressure skyrockets, it shoots straight back down, it's all over the place. Not blood pressure, sorry, blood sugar. I said blood pressure, didn't I? Your blood sugar is going to spike and crash, just as if you're eating candy bars. All those things you want to, again, eliminate as much as you can. Same thing with, prepackaged foods that are pre-prepared, all those types of things. Get those out, because usually they have either some type of artificial sweeteners, other chemicals, things in it, and that will help to slow down your metabolism, and that then stops your fat burning potential, right? So you're doing all the other work, doing all these things to get yourself in shape, and you eat things that are just going to slow you down from the inside out, right? And again, you're eating more frequently than you are exercising. You can't out-exercise bad eating habits, right? You spend a lot more time eating than you do exercising. If I exercise for, say, an hour a day, usually you're eating for more than just an hour a day, and you're eating for multiple times throughout the day too. So no matter how much you're thinking, I can just exercise all that off, it doesn't work. Plus, the worse the food that you're eating, the harder it'll be to exercise. You're going to have less energy, you're going to feel more sluggish, you're not going to be able to push yourself through as much as you want, which then makes it you can't burn as much fat. All right, so then eliminate all those processed sugars, anything simple like that, any simple carbs, processed sugars. Fruit is okay. I know there's this whole big thing on fruit, on how fruit can be very bad for you because of the sugar content of fruit. Fruit's not bad. Fruit is good for you. It's natural. It grows from the earth. You can eat it. It's the amount of it that you want to watch out. So if I'm eating 12 apples a day, probably a little much. If I want to have an apple 2 here or there, that's great. Actually, it's fall. Lots of great things coming out. Peaches, apples, all that stuff. It's a perfect time to eat those, and they're great. Other option is to combine them with something else, something like a fat or a protein. Peanut butter is great. Almond butter is even better. Use those to help then offset the blood sugar levels that come with fruit, right? It's very easy to go. Actually, one of my favorite snacks is I actually have cottage cheese with seedless grapes. It's great, it's wonderful, blends really well, and it gives me a great, protein, high fat snack with my fruit and my carbs, so it's full, it's complete, it's everything you need. All right, so here we'll just kind of wrap everything up that we got in this video. All you're going to need to do is, again, drink water, right? Drink more water, eat more high protein foods. You're going to want to watch out for sugars, things like that. Take all your sugars out, simple carbohydrates as well. Make sure you're getting in resistance training, right? Any type of strength building or resistance training to help you build muscle and increase your metabolic rate. And then get in some high intensity interval training at least 2 to 3 times a week, maximum of 20 minutes, right? So that is the plan to help you lose fat, right? Now it's pretty basic, it's pretty simple. There's more details that can of course go into it, but that's just the basic way of what is the best way to lose fat, and those are the best tips that you can get on anything that's going to help you do that, right? Integrate those into your life and you'll, without a doubt, start to lose fat, no matter whether you're one of those slow losers or fast losers. Doesn't matter either way, it will work for you. All right, so again, this is Finn from Finn Strength Academy. I hope you guys like this video and you enjoyed the information held within it. All right, if you have any questions, leave them in the comments below. All right, if you did, again, enjoy the video a lot and you'd like to share it with others, please subscribe, share, and like the video with everyone else, right? So I hope to see you guys next time, and I'll have more questions answered for you then.